So you're born in 75, right?
73.
73. Wow. Okay. So you're coming up in the 80s. Really, help paint the scene for us. Like, what is Brooklyn like during those days? What are you seeing around you that has like helped shaping you as a person?
Brooklyn and back then looked like Baltimore still looks now. And this is no disrespect to Baltimore. Like Baltimore looks rough, and when I be in Baltimore, I see a lot of underdeveloped areas, like a whole bunch of vacant lots and stuff like that. That's how Brooklyn was back then. Like by the time I was in junior high school, they started fixing up a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those vacant lots are now apartments and stuff like that. But when I was a kid, it was very vacant lotty. You know what I mean? It was projects, vacant lots, schools, churches, and libraries, liquor stores. The methadone center was right behind my building. It was like a drug rehabilitation program jump off they had that was right behind my building. So I would see the fiends every morning, like from my window, like these niggas doing that dance, that dance they do, or not that dance, but that gravity defying trick they be doing and all of that. Like I would see that a lot as a kid. When I would walk out my door towards the front of my building, the Ave, Mother Gaston, everybody who knows Brownsville knows Mother Gaston. That Mother Gaston was a couple of blocks from me. That whole block, like the whole strip, the most active strip of Mother Gaston is the strip that's adjacent to where I live, right? The few blocks where I live. And back as a kid, the Latins owned that. Like that was their shit. And they had a gang called the MLC. It stood for the Music Loving Crew, right? Feds never knew what hit them, I promise you, because music my ass. You understand what I'm saying? All right, maybe they had a couple DJs, maybe they had they couple niggas knew how to break dance and all of that, but them niggas was serious, right? They had they had the hood in a chokehold. Like they was like before I understood a drug game or anything like that, they had that. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever illegal activity was going on the Ave, they had it locked down. And and the gang had niggas at every age. So me, when I was 6 years old, they had somebody 6 years old to rob me if they chose to.
Wow.
Luckily, one of it was probably only a few 6-year-old niggas, and one of them was my homeboy. We was good. You know what I'm saying? So I was good for a while. That don't mean I didn't get into problems with them later. And that's part of what my mother was afraid of.
So with you seeing, fiends at such a young age and everything like that, did you know what that was at that time, or someone helped explain it to you?
I had no idea. I kind of just gradually learned, but
Over time.
nobody explained it to me like that, like definitively.
Right, but you got to actually live through the crack era and see it for your own eyes, right?
Soon as crack blew up, a couple of OGs came to the hood and got a couple of my homeboys to work for them. You know what I'm saying? We was 14, 15, like a couple of my homeboys, they had a little bit more freedom in they because I couldn't get away with it. There was no way I could do it. Like they came, because the hours were ridiculous and my mom was on me. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was I seen it from soon as it became the thing. Like 85, I was in the streets already.
A lot of people, they're always talking about the 80s with the crack era and stuff, but I feel like people forget that in the 70s we had Vietnam, and a lot of people was hooked on that H because of it coming over too, so you're like going from one extreme to another.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I told you, I saw that too. Like I just didn't know what I was looking at. Like,
Right.
But yeah, that was before. Like when I was a kid, I'm seeing these, dudes nodding off on the Ave and in the back by the meth building and all of that. And it's just like nobody really explained it to me. Like people would call them names, they would call them derogatory, disrespectful names or whatever. But you didn't really know what it was. As a kid, you hear a lot of words. You might even use the word and don't really know what it is until some grown up go, "What you talk about? You even know what that is?"
Right.
And you sitting there, looking stupid.
How do you think that affected you as a kid, though, when you're witnessing all of that growing up?
I don't know. I really don't. Like, I feel like for most of the time, like, even to this day, I'm more inside my head than I am in the world. Because I've been creative before I knew I was creative. And, so just, I'm just a walking think tank. So I'm always thinking about some shit. So I'm not, the things that don't concern me don't concern me. And I've been that way for a long time.
Right.